Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. And if you know what today is, guys. Welcome to Auntie Oracle's classroom. Guys, I am here and this is something special. Now, I know that I've been covering the news and all that kind of stuff, and I've been talking about a lot of stuff that you guys might not understand. Well, guys, I'm here to help y'all understand all of that, okay? I'm just positioning my sage, make sure, it don't burn nothing up, okay? But guys, now, I promised you this, guys, last week. I didn't get to it, got a little lazy. Then they said, hold on, we got some more. And here I am, I'm ready to go ahead and give it to you guys, because if I don't now, you'll be waiting forever, okay? And this is the most important of every piece that I put out there for y'all, every video that I put together. This one is going to be the most important, guys, and it will forever be, okay? It's nothing, no other video of mine out there that could trump this video. Cause you know why? Cause I'm about to tell you who you are, okay? Now, guys, I'm flowing with this. The only thing that I have is notes, guys, okay? Pointers, my index cards to tell me, because I talk a lot, guys. If you don't know, picked up an energy from somewhere, but I gotta stay on topic, okay? So, guys, now, before we start, I hope everyone is having a great day or night, whatever timeline that you are on. And guys, as I always say, and we must remember this, because this is really the answer to everything. We have to learn to love one another, okay? We have to really be attentive when it comes to just that, loving one another, getting along with one another, okay? So, and of course, spreading the positivity, because that comes with love, okay? Love is positivity. Okay, guys, so with all that, I hope that's what y'all are doing, and I hope y'all getting ready to go into the weekend great, good. Hey, because this weekend is supposed to be the best weekend ever, right? You going into Christmas Monday, right? So, guys, then after that, the New Year's. So, take this opportunity and start working on that. If you find a mean streak in your body and you just seem to be mean for no reason, and you've been considered to be mean by others, come on, y'all. You don't get nowhere like this, okay? So, with all that being said, we are going to jump right into it. And the first thing I can't, I love this quote, even when it was said. Now, how I heard it, it came from Andre 3000 in Idlewild, okay? The world is all a stage, okay? So, guys, and I also want you to know I'm going to have my little pointers going on and stuff, my little footnotes, but that's for y'all. If you want to make notes, if you want to jot down and all that kind of stuff, well, I have created this little PowerPoint just for you, okay? Because I don't want to really have to dive too deep into each one, because guys, this video will be stretched out, but I am going to touch on the basics of what I'm trying to get across, okay? So, guys, like I said, let me go and get my water, clear my throat. It's early, so haven't been doing too much talking today. Just meditating, preparing myself for this moment, cleaning up. I don't know, y'all, if y'all heard that, that's my dishwasher in the background going, but don't focus on that. Focus on what I'm saying, okay? All right. Okay, so guys, I almost got caught a little lemon in there. But guys, so our first PowerPoint, and I'm, as y'all see it here, you know, on the chalkboard, well, I'm going to be looking at it on my screen as well. Okay, and the first thing that I want to break down to you guys is the meaning of when he says the world is all a stage, because it originally was said by someone out of the Shakespearean era, guys. And it talks about what I've said before, and like I said, I pulled it from Andre 3000. So, you know, the credit goes to him for me, and going back, you know, we're gonna give homage to where it actually came from. But the reason why this is said, guys, and you can go ahead, you can look it up for yourself. I left it here for you. I can give you a little bit, okay? I want to actually give you who actually said it, because I didn't write that down. I just got Andre 3000 in my notes. Okay, the world is all a stage, guys. You'll understand it better. Trust and believe. But you see here, okay, right here, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Okay, that's us. The world is a stage. Just if you have to close your mind, your eyes, to think about it, go into your head and do so, because I get it, and that's what we need for you to do too. There's exits and there are entries, guys. Okay. What I gather from that, people dying, people being born. Okay, the life cycle. This is how it goes, guys. Okay, so that's just to say that's where I got it from. Andre 3000. Looking that up, looking for a little piece of it, took me back to where we actually got it from. Okay, so guys, with that, think of yourself watching a movie. Okay, and that's simply what this is saying. Think of yourself as one of those actors. Think of yourself as being positioned on the stage, what role you're going to play, all the way to who's directing you. Okay? Now, as you know, we had to come from somewhere, guys. Okay? Before there was something, there was nothing. Total darkness, void, no light. All right? God, my God, the Spirit of God, the heavens, the cosmos, the Big Bang Theory, it happened. And it said, let there be light. Okay? So now with all of that, you now have your darkness and you now have your lightness. Okay? The only two things of existence in this moment. Follow me? Okay. Now, there's two ways to describe each one. Okay, they are all two separate entities. The darkness, void, you know, black. That's considered dark. Then you have your light side. It's not too many terms to sum it up, but I did come up with two. Light and enlightenment. Okay? Awakening. But the two main ones for me, light and enlightenment. Okay, so also guys, with light, see, I'm gonna put this all together for y'all. With light, because I can't leave this out, you got growth. Okay, y'all stay with me. I'm trying to go as slow as possible. I know I talk real fast and go, but I'm trying to keep this all, on a level to where everybody can understand. Now, giving light. See, where once upon a time there was darkness. Well, now that we have light, growth starts to happen as well. If they took the sun away from us, everything would die. Even you. Okay? So, light comes into play, brings about growth. Now, guys, this word gets a little tricky. Now we got things growing on the planet Earth. We got things forming. Let's just say that. We got stuff forming. They've already given me all this, guys. We got stuff forming because it's growing. We got debris out there in the atmosphere. You can call it dirt if you want to. You can call it that. But now, since it's light, particles are forming, growing. You got life. Life comes into existence. Now, it all happens just like they say, but they don't say everything, because as life comes into existence, because at one point, remember, it was only light. If you know what light is, then you know light is like a flicker of flame. Okay? Here it is, it's nothing but light, energy, circulating out there, moving around, doing all of that. And giving that light, those light particles hitting different areas, bringing about that growth, well, you happen to come up out of that, because within those light particles that's being just casted all over, and now you've been separated from the true being, okay? That light, that shatter that took place, scattering all light, because it needed to be, I got ominous. It needed to be a ominous present. It needed to be everywhere. Okay. So, you being a part of that complete light that broke apart, remember, you still are a piece of that complete light, but now you're just kind of out there, just floating, scattered out. And as I said, as you're scattered out, you're floating out there, and as growth comes about, debris happens, different stuff, we not familiar, different stuff is coming up on us, and we're taking some type of form that we're not familiar with, guys. And that's where creation happens. That's us. We start off as a flicker of flame, which is the spirit within us. Okay? That's why the next card you see is of the Holy Trinity. Now, I could be on this forever, but I don't want to. I just want to give y'all the basics. That's why y'all can jot this stuff down. Keep the video for a reference so you can know, because I'm trying to keep all this in order. Now, the Holy Trinity, we got light. God is light. This word gets complicated for some, guys. Now, here it is. We're being born. And you have to think of yourself as nothing, not even greater than an ant. Okay? You're just on a different plane, but you too could be that ant. Just like an ant can build a city. Look at us. Just like animals build homes. Look at us. See, we doing it backwards. We, just like they probably saying the same thing. We can build cities just like y'all have to stop, take the flesh off. We all the same, but just in a different form, okay? Because what matters inside is the spirit, the flickering flame, okay? You with me still? All right. Now, so we want to talk about the Holy Trinity. God being that light, seeing everything that's going on, given creation has happened. He don't like it. So he don't know what else to do but to come down and straighten things out, guys. Okay? Now, this is where a lot of people get confused. This part right here. Now, as they talk about, you know, God creating man, well, you would know that God did create it. He created man in his own image. Not God's image. In his own image. He gave us our own individual image, personality, being, characteristics. He gave us our own blueprint, what they call it, fingerprint. Okay? He gave us our own identity. That's you know about these, right? The fingerprints. Don't nobody else have this. That's what it is. Okay? God looks like all of us. Because he has no image, but he came down. I don't want to jump ahead, but he came down in the image that he created, what his vision was for each one of us. He created for himself and he came down. Okay? Now, I've discussed with you the God Spirit, the Holy Spirit, which is the fire within us, guys. That's considered the Holy Spirit, okay? I really don't have to talk too much about that, but the fire inside is considered the Holy Spirit, okay? Now, we're discussing the Holy Trinity. 3 parts here, okay? One unit. One unit, okay? The Holy Trinity. God at the top. Guys, all the stuff, the chaos that was going down after creation came, well, he felt the need, he needed to show up. So, he created somebody in our image, okay? He can't come down like who he is. Because that'll just be energies just circulating all around us. You can feel him. If you know him, you can feel him. But he had to come down in our image so we would be more familiar. Okay? So he sent us Jesus. Now, for me, it's Jesus. For others, it might be Buddha, Allah. It might be other images, guys. Okay? But he came down, and whoever and however those other religions tell their story, whoever was their Jesus, well, he came down so they would be more familiar. The first person that they talk about, well, okay, that's who they recognize in their country. That's who they were familiar with. See, over in their country, they probably wouldn't have understood Jesus. They wouldn't have understood Jesus. Language barriers and all that kind of stuff. So somebody else was sent to that land to represent, okay? The energies were all sent at the same time, okay? The person that needed to talk, that needed to speak, they were all born around the same time, okay? So, given Jesus is who I'm more familiar with, he comes down, guys, and this is fixing to spook y'all. Now, he comes down, and I kind of have to go a little bit back, okay? Because this time was kind of before his time. Because a lot of stuff needs to take place. And where it truly all started, guys, was in the Exodus. Okay? That's where it started. That's where all those energies, I'm not going to go into that, but I did lay out some scriptures. You can go, and it does talk about what happened there. But a lot of the strong energies that surrounds us today, the bad, the negative, the dark energies, it comes out of that period. So the God Spirit was setting it up for Jesus to be born because he needed to come down to take care of all of this, guys. And it really started with Moses. Okay? So that's why I have the Exodus, the chapter, the verses. If you want to go and look that up, you can. But Moses, I have Moses energy because you will hear me use Moses energy a lot. Because a lot of my energy, I have Moses energy. I have a lot, when I say a lot of the energies of the Bible, apostles, disciples, I carry a lot of that energy. I can relate with a lot of the stories within the Bible in my own life. My conscious is to that level. I have reached the highest level of consciousness when it comes to the God conscious. Oh, okay. I'll help y'all to make sense of it. But Moses being that one that you just wouldn't think that God would pick, okay? Well, he picked Moses, the lowest of them all, because he needed to be able to prove himself. So that's what God does, because it's a lot of y'all not believing, okay? Why y'all, are left with the question, but how did... That's what God wants to happen. He need for y'all to see and get it that way. Okay? So guys, now, as I was discussing, all of the different religions and stuff, and everybody having their own, who they, recognize, Allah, Buddha, the Hindu religions, who they recognize, who we recognize, the Baptists, the Christians, Jesus, whoever, okay, guys? The one thing that it is not going to ever change, given any of the stories that's told within each sector, the path that it leads back to. It all leads back to one God. Okay? Everything that's taught. Now, I haven't read all the books. I have read a couple. The Bible and the Quran. I plan on reading the others because I want to put it all together, see what I take. And so far, me reading the Bible first, okay, yeah, I can see where some of the stuff could have been made, man-made, some of the stuff, because what's not going to be altered, okay? So, guys, if you want to stay with that stigma of, I don't read the Bible because it's written by man. Yeah, it is. It's been altered. It's been doctored. But yeah, if you smart enough, trust and believe, you will see all past that. You will. Trust and believe. But the majority of the Bible is the truth. Okay? And I'm going to just give it to you. We're going to talk about it later on, spiritual backpack. But if I was you, I would go ahead and read it so you can pack it in your spiritual backpack. We'll talk about it later. It's on down the line. But, guys, so one thing that we have to stop doing, because really, to be honest with you, it's no such thing as religion at all. It's not. We have to stop tearing one another's religion down and stop looking down at them and looking down our nose at them because they are not of our religion. It don't matter what the religion is, because if you even claiming a religion, this is truly for you, because religion does not exist. It's something that was created to separate and divide us, guys. That's why I'm here. I want to help, okay? So, as you can see, as I was talking about, like the different stories. Say, for instance, I was born and I was taught about Jesus. So all I knew about was Adam and Eve. I was taught about that story. But as I started digging for myself and I came across Isis and Osiris and all of them, and I saw how the stories were similar, well, they became my Adam and my Eve, okay? But the stories are still, they're the same. It still leads back to one God. Like if I have to worship and I have to idol, if I had to choose something that I was going to worship and idol, it would be the sun. It will most definitely be the sun. Okay? Ra. If you know, you know. I'm not doing all that today. But, yeah, guys, so that's one thing that we do have to stop doing. Putting down even the Amish people. Whatever they do, if they can't watch TV, if they can't do this, if they have to wear long shirts and dresses, and leave them alone, because it is something in the Bible that suggests that women stay clothed. But I'm not fixing to have that type of lesson today. Just don't judge what you don't understand, because the one thing that's going on here, all these people have taken different parts of the Bible and they have taken it and they're going to stand by that part of it. And they're going to create their own, how they see what leads and puts them closer to God, the God spirit. Okay, guys? All right. We're moving right along. And that also talks about, what I just said of religion. It's no such thing. No such thing whatsoever. What that term would mean, you will be considered non-denominational if that's, if you don't recognize religion. You don't, because see, I grew up in the Catholic Church. And that would have been the last on my list if I had to make a choice, okay? But as a child, I grew up in the Catholic Church. Now, given I'm grown, got my own mind, I ain't feeling it. That ain't my cup of tea. I chose Christianity. So I went in search of a Baptist church, okay? Now, as I grew and got to know God and search for him myself, because that's what it takes, guys. Y'all going around here based off of what your mama said and what your daddy said and what your granny said. No. And y'all the main ones stuck under religion. You gotta build a relationship for yourself. Okay? Okay. So now, guys, let's see. I told y'all about that. Now, I told y'all about that. And also, guys, like I said, when it came to them and how they separated us, if you want to take note, it all started within the Greek Shakespearean period. Okay, during that time, Julius Caesar. So you can go back, and also the ancient Egyptian history. These two are the most influential of the divide and separation of religion. Okay, guys? Now, this is what y'all been waiting for. Guys, I'm going to get to this, but first, I think I'm going to say the best for last. Yeah, but we're going to get to this. So, guys, y'all say, this is witchcraft, but that's witchcraft. No, that's witchcraft. You can't do that. I'm looking up the next scripture, guys. You can't be doing that. You're going to hell for doing that. Guys, if y'all were paying attention in the beginning, then y'all don't have no question. Y'all want to see what's coming next. But, guys, I'm finna tell y'all something. Now, I really don't want to read the whole thing, and that's why I got it up here, because I want y'all to read it for yourselves. But I do want to kind of go over this witchcraft thing, okay? Because this is in Bible times, okay? And if you want to start back, you can, but I'm going to give you my take on it, okay? Now, in the Bible times, guys, there were a lot of mediums, a lot of psychics, a lot of prophets. That's what they called them. A lot of people that could see things before they were to happen, guys. Mediums. A lot of them. Okay? Well, they were did away with because they scared the people. They scared them. They had to move out of, they couldn't, because they was telling people, if you don't do this and if you don't do that, and it was coming to pass. So they kind of, ousted them, made them outcasts, they went, wandering about, doing their own thing, probably became something like the gypsies, something like that, okay? But guys, Let me change it because I am familiar with the King James version, and that's who we are going to be working with today. But guys, Samuel. Now, if you don't want to believe what I just said, how mediums did exist and how they were casted out, because, you know, it all goes back to Joan of Arc on the stake and all that, you know, because people just didn't believe, you know, the mind wasn't open to that. It was a new thing. And people are afraid of what they don't understand. So the best way that they saw to get rid of things was to cast it out altogether. And sometimes, you know, death took place. A lot of them. Well, when they kept coming, you know, if you read your Bible, you already know this. A lot of kings and queens and all of that sit upon the throne have sought out mediums, prophets, to tell them what's coming up next. Okay, so that brings us to our next biblical scripture, and it is up under 1 Samuel 28. Now guys, this is 24 verses, and I just want to break down to you what happens. Okay, now Samuel is in the middle of war. Okay guys, his time is up, his reign is over, and he's been sent down the message that's really been made clear to him that he has been defeated. Okay, now he doesn't want to take that as an answer, even though it's been given to him. They've told him to hang it up. They've told him, you know, turn it over, turn it loose. He don't want to believe it. So guys, he disguises himself, and I just got image that the Hermit card is actually, and this is new to me, so if you are a tarot reader, when you come across the Hermit card, that image represents Saul, in disguise with the cloak on, with his torch, going out to seek this medium. So he's in disguise, guys, and thank you for that. That's good to know. That's beautiful. He's in disguise because they know him. Everybody knows him. And there's one particular medium that sits back, you know, she still serves the people, but you know, it's not too many that know. So she's very particular about who she serves as well. And here comes Samuel in his outfit, you know, cloaked and everything, and in disguise, concealed, self-concealed. He inquires about what's next to happen for him. She immediately, because she's probably working for the God spirit, because, or at the same time, I want to say it's the God spirit, because she immediately tells him, first of all, she calls him out and lets him know that she knows who he is. So now she's been placed in a rock and a hard place because he's demanding his answer from her. And he told her his demise. go and prepare for your demise. So that brings us to the witchcraft of all of this, and the talk of tarot cards being witchcraft, all of that. How is it if someone receives something from out of the air and it comes to pass? Because see, cards wasn't even around in this time, in this era. They created cards not too long after, you know, but tarot cards, tarot cards go back real far, guys. But this ain't about tarot cards. This is not. This is about who you are. Now, here it is. I told y'all about how we were formed, creation, all that kind of stuff. All the debris, the forming, the growing debris that caught us, and now we're in this human form, having this human experience with this flesh on us, concealing the light. A lot of y'all are, because I let mine shine. But that flame that we truly are within, you know, that's why when you go and you're able to run your feet across the carpet and touch the light switch and get a shock, that's the energy within you, because that's who your true form is. Okay? Now, what Samuel Saul did, guys, well, he you can't do that. Now, given that I just took a piece out of the Bible to show y'all that magic exists, and there are such things as mediums that work for God, okay? That brings us to our not our last, but I just read the card, guys, because they told me something else. See, a lot of stuff that they take from the Bible, they don't tell y'all, guys. But a lot of stuff come from the Bible, but they've turned it and they twisted. Y'all want to know where the last meal comes from? When they're serving their death sentence, they're serving death row, and they get to request their last meal. Right here. Spirit told me that too. It comes from right. So I'm leaving this up, guys, because after Saul found that out, he didn't want to eat. He didn't want to eat no more. And he was forced to have, go ahead and have your last meal. He chose his last meal. I'm not going to say it here. Y'all go ahead, and I want you to read it. But what they chose to prepare him for his last meal, guys. But that's where the last meal comes from. On death row. But they don't tell y'all that. Look at all these gems I'm dropping. So, this is what I was ready to get to. Now, this is going to define everything, guys. So, if y'all want to play around with cards, if you want to seek out a tarot reader, if you want to go and get you a reading done, you can. But we're going to get to that too. Because, we all about safety around here. So if I'm going to tell you about it, I'm going to make sure you safe in all of it, okay? Guys, the next card up. The biggest medium to come up out of all of this in this era, in his era. Jesus. Jesus. Well, y'all, when they told me that, I must have, because I would have never thought, not even like this, guys. They told me this in my homework while I'm studying, doing my homework. Y'all, they gonna have to wait. They told me this. Guys, God's Spirit came down in the form that we could recognize in our image. Okay? Because he created each one of us in our own image. Not in his image, our own image. If that's the case, we will all be running around here looking alike. We are created with our own blueprint. Okay? Now, he had to come down because things was all out of whack. It wasn't going according, hey, he had to give leeway. Balance it out. You need balance, okay? You need balance. You got dark and you got light. Now, dark is now kind of ruling, controlling the light upon the earth. He got to come down. So he comes down in a form that we are familiar with. Someone that looks like us. Because if he would have came down in his true form, how Moses saw him, that's why he was burnt. That's why he was the sun, guys. The sun. That's why he came down with that beautiful bronze tan. Okay? And it's hot. You can't get too close. Not too close. Just close enough that he would allow. But here it is. He had to step off his throne for us. And he came down and we saw him as Jesus. Okay? And he knew stuff. He was a medium, guys. He was a psychic. He's only, we go to him as the in-between. We're doing that. We're paying homage. We're paying homage because he comes from our time. That's the in-between, guys. That's the in-between to God. You have to go in between because he came down from himself, spirit, in form of man, the middle, the medium, to talk to us. And a lot of us didn't listen. But he had to go because he had other things to do. He couldn't stay, y'all. Look at the word. He couldn't stay because trust and believe. He got his whole table out, moving stuff, because it's within him. The head. He's the head. We're the body of all those scattered particles. He's the main piece. So he's trying to get it in. He ain't trying. He's making it happen. He's the true magician. He's making it all happen to where it all comes back together. But while he does that, he puts all of his soldiers and all of his mediums in position to keep delivering the word. Does that make sense to y'all? I hope so. Because while y'all running around here talking about it's two different, it's three, it's only one. And that's the Holy Trinity. This is what they're representing. See, they know, but they want to leave us out. Now, some of the stuff that they do over there is dark. We're not going to talk about that today because we're only talking about who you are. But you are magic. You are magical. You are able to create. Okay. It's another one. They just gave me this. It's another one in the Bible. A lot of y'all, all of y'all, is familiar with this one. Being able to move mountains. It's true. It's true. But y'all are under the illusion that if you think that, that's not true. Ain't no mountain finna move. Let me go on and break it down for y'all, because a lot of y'all just ain't getting it. Y'all looking for the mountain to pick his skirt up and step to the side. No. What lives upon a mountain? You got grass growing. You got animals. You got trees. You got anything. You got winds coming through. You got all of that. That's a part of that mountain. That's, even though it sits on the mountain, it's still a part of that mountain. So even if the tree shakes, the mountain just moved. Do you get it? Okay, guys. So hopefully y'all can understand that Jesus is just the person that we're paying homage, and it's, don't take that just lightly, because he's the main character. If that's who you following, that's who you know, that's who you're clear with, who Jesus is. It's just the medium for us. That's who we're paying homage to. That's that in between, who God came down, because see, in their religion, on their side, it's to somebody else who they go to, because that's who he came down. That's who the God Spirit came down in their form of who they recognize. Okay? So it's a lot of people out there, guys. It's a lot of people out there. And it's all about reaching that God conscience, the highest level. Now, I feel like I have reached a pretty good level, a real high level, but it's other levels, a whole lot of other levels, because I'm talking about, if y'all don't think that it's people just like we out here going to magic shows thinking, how did he do that? Not knowing he could have really just did that, because magic exists, guys. We are magic. The magic is within us. It's time to wake up, and that's why I'm here. Okay, so now that we know who Jesus is, y'all probably finna say, this lady, she done called him a medium. Well, what else could he be? He came, he prophesied. Things are being fulfilled. He came down on behalf of the Father, his Father. And he couldn't come down and say, well, I come down here on behalf of myself. He gonna really be, y'all really gonna hang him out to dry. You see what y'all already did to him? That wasn't enough. If he would have came down and said, I am he. I am the I am. I am the creator of all things. I am the omnipotent. If he would have said all of that, they would have smote him right then and there. Witchcraft. And I just seen somebody, and they did it. They already did all of that, guys. I don't want to talk about it, because you know what? When we get to talking about Jesus, for real, I still cry. Y'all, even in Catholic Church, I said right there in front of that white Jesus figure, right there as a child. And I ain't even know why. But every time I would shed a tear. And even into my adulthood. Somebody had to go through that, guys. Jesus went through that. He endured all the pain for us. We took all that. He took all that for us, because if not, this world, ooh, child, y'all couldn't endure that pain. Y'all couldn't. He did that for us. Came down, and he didn't have to. He took it. A feeling not even he knew about in this flesh form. Y'all have to understand, because now I'm even seeing some stuff. That was a brutal beating that God's spirit took in the flesh, just so he could get it through, or try to get it through to y'all. And that's where all of this was first formed, guys. And from there, Jesus coming about, it just woke a lot of people up, because they was able to see, him come back, the resurrection and all that kind of stuff. But they had to do away with it, because in this era right here, you can have the darkest skin, and given what all is out there to be known, you would turn white as a ghost. So that's why it's being hidden from us like it is, guys. And I can only give you so much. And I'm going to continue to get, as I wake up, well, I'm woke, but I'm not all the way woke. And I'm not going to say that I am, but I'm going to be there. I'm kind of, I'm woke. But as I continue to learn, I'm going to forever be waking up. That's how I like to put that. Because we're going to die here not knowing everything, even me. Okay? They can give me all the stuff yet to come, but still, I'm going to still leave here not knowing everything. But I'm going to leave here with that one thought in my head, is that it's going to all end with the lion and the lamb sitting down side by side, enjoying a meal, conversation, and just scenery together without all the hoopla. That's what it all boils down to, us coming back to our true selves. And guys, it truly starts with love and positivity. Okay? So, now, I want to talk about the biblical energies and stuff that goes around, that I hear used a lot. I know I use them. And because it's the truth, because what you see going on, guys, it's never about us. That's one thing that you have to realize. It's not about us at all. Okay? The energies that's going on, it's happening to all of us, just in a different type of way. That's why when you see other tarot readers reading up on the collective, it doesn't make sense to me. But it's nice to hear, because you have them reading different styles. Okay? So just choose your style reader, because some of them can give it to you like detail and all that. I have mines, because I don't do readings for myself. But all of the energies, guys, everybody in the world, okay, is part of the collective. It just, the separation comes what side you're playing on. Now, when tarot readers read for the, do a reading for the collective, you got your dark character and you have your light character, which is considered the karmic, okay? Then you have your other ones, which would be considered the divine beings, which that's kind of the spiritual energies that's going on in the atmosphere, okay? So when they're reading, they are reading the energies, however they're reading. They could be reading what's going on in the ethers. They could be reading what's going on in the 3D, but just know that it's no particular tarot reader, okay? All of their story is going to be the same if they are reading for the collective, because all of us, we are all divine. That's one. We're all divine. But if you choose to go out there and lead the path and take the path down that dark road, then you just chose to be karmic. Okay? So, when you are, and if you do go to tarot readers or you watch tarot readers, such as myself, and for the collect, because I don't do that. Because I'm not going to put down any of the tarot readers, but I'm going to tell you how it works. When you go to a tarot reader, okay, or when a tarot reader does a reading for you, the story is going to remain the same for some time, okay? It's not going to change. The story does not change every day. It does not change every hour, okay? The same cards are going to continue to come out. The only thing that's being done, the interpreter is just reading it in a different way, okay? It takes some time. I'm talking about months, a couple of months before the energies that's circulating, because it comes within cycles, guys. And if you feel like you're being exposed, I'm sorry. Oh, well, I'm not here for you. I'm here for him. So, guys, if you out there buying readings every week, you wasting your money. And I didn't even say every day or every other day or twice a week, because I know you're not getting no reading done more. You shouldn't be getting readings done no more than once every 2 to 3 months, because that's when the cycle changes. The cycle changes within. I know about moons, and not too familiar, but that's going to be my next study. But the energies change within moon cycles, guys. Okay? So if you want to see your reading change, if it's seeming like, well, this the same, but just said it, that's why. Because the energies, it's not about you. That's why I need for y'all to understand that that's going on, it's not about the 3D. It's what's going on and taking place in the ethers. And we, going back to the beginning, the world being all of a stage, we are just vessels that those energies are using, okay, to play out those parts. Now, you can choose your position, because, hey, if you want to get on board, because see, whatever side that you are on, if you're not on the right side, we fighting against you. We got our armor up on against you. But if you want to come on over, it's easy to do. You can come to this side. You can come to this side right now. Whatever you've done in your past, he don't care. He just ready to say, come on. So he can go on and suit you up and prepare you. Now, it ain't just don't think you fixing to just jump over here like you jump in the broom. No, it's not. No, it comes with work and discipline. Okay, trials and tribulations, and anything that you have done in your past, just trust and believe it's going to have to be all if you haven't been served time for it, or you haven't been reprimanded for, you're going to have to pay for all of that. Okay, you're going to have to be judged for that first before you can get on his team. All right, so let's talk about the energies. We talked about Jesus energy. I don't really hear too many people going around talking about that's Jesus energy. No. But I do hear a lot of people going around talking about the Moses energy, which I talked about that. That's just somebody like myself. I use it a lot because I didn't used to be able to, I won't say no, because I've always been able, but I didn't used to talk much. So, for him to use me, I call that Moses energy, because me being able to get in front of this camera like I do, I was even scared to turn this camera on and record myself in my own home by myself. Like, it wasn't thorough. It wasn't thorough. But now, I get where it come from. Moses energy. Judas energy. That's another one, guys. These are all biblical figures. Well, y'all know who Judas is, right? Judas is the one who sat down with Jesus and the disciples for the Last Supper. And Jesus knew who Judas was. He needed to use Judas. And as Judas sat right up underneath him, right up like he had him almost in the head, like he sat that close to him, and betrayed him, the closest one to him, which always seems to be our family. But he turned to Judas and told Judas to do what he needed to do. Judas was all about that money, honey. Judas went on about his way and got Jesus set up. Set him all the way up. And that's what brought about Jesus' demise, guys. Judas energy. Okay. Now, Jezebel. Now, I hear this all the time. Y'all quick to call somebody a Jezebel. But, y'all, it's okay. I mean, if y'all feel like then they might be carrying that spirit. But, guys, when I heard the word Jezebel, I always thought of a whore spirit. But guys, but it's still perfect. Guys, I'm telling you, they was teaching me, because I didn't even know this. So I had to go and look up the Jezebel, about, if I'm going to talk on her energy, I just knew that it was a loose woman spirit. That's what I always thought. And, I went to the Bible, King James Version, and I looked it up and read her story. And it still fits. But guys, Jezebel is the one who introduced Baal. And if you don't know who that is, see, we're not going to go all into everything. But all these ones, such as your favorite character, such as Beyonce, Jezebel, and no reference, I ain't trying to make no reference. Well, Jezebel is the one that introduced that demonic entity into that era, guys. Okay? So she had to come down. Now, I'm not going to talk much about her story, but they did bring her down, and she's the lady that dressed up, got all looking good, and yeah, given if she's bringing this type of energy, if she's bringing a whole demon, devil spirit around her community, then yeah, she's doing everything up under the sun. So yeah, she does carry that horse spirit, guys, okay? She's doing everything, orgies and all that. She's a nasty woman, but she carries herself like I'm talking about all out, okay? Because she dressed up for the occasion, and she waited in the window. Arrogance off the chain. I'm talking about. She waited for her death. She waited. She waited for them to come. She hung out in the window all dressed up for them to come and get her. And she was waiting to die. You know, they was going to offer the right way. They were going to do it the right way, but they came and threw her out the window and fed her to the dogs. Fed her to the dogs, guys. Tore her apart before she could be buried properly. So that's where that spirit comes from. So that's where these energies, if you ever hear me speak anything about those energies, I don't use the Jezebel spirit, the energy too much. I just use the two that you will hear me talk about, Moses and Judas. Judas, most definitely, because we got a lot of those energies going. That energy is the strongest and it's needed because that's the only way to weed out these demons and these devils, okay? So it's a balance within everything, guys. That's why they talk about the good and the evil and, you know, just it's needed, okay? So the dynamics of darkness. Well, if you look back at it, if we go back to the beginning, guys, darkness, there was nothing. There was nothing. There was no light. There was nothing. So just close your eyes for a minute. And imagine sitting there in a dark space for, let's just say 10 days, like right now. Let's just say we have been confined to spend 10 days. They say, let's say 7. Okay. We have been confined to 7 days of darkness. Okay? Just like how we are. This is us. However you are. You can't, it's nothing. It's void, it's nothing. 7 days of darkness. And you just sitting there. What you think gonna happen? I'm finna mess up. I'm finna act up in the first day. Probably in the first hour. Well, I'll try to get through the first hour. I'll even try to get through the first. I'm looking at how I would really, because I ain't gonna lie and say I would act up in the first. No, I wouldn't. So I probably would take me a good old nap or something, lay down. But because, see, I can go, I have a place that I can go to, guys. See, that's another thing. So I'm just trying to see, would I be, if they feed me, I'll be able to. But see, it's no food. There is nothing. Because there's no light for growth to grow food. It's total darkness. So now, by lunchtime, I'm going to be acting up. I'm fixing to get mad. I'm fixing to, stuff in the start. I'm finna get mad, guys. Energy's fixing to start just like going like. And that's what happened. The dark energies moving around, frustrated, total darkness, nowhere to go, can't even see nothing. That's the deepest, the darkest, where you actually see where no light shines for you. That's the lowest. That's depression. Anything negative lives within that void, if that makes sense. Anything that's brought about, that's spoke upon, anything, because we got a positive and a negative balance. Anything negative lives within that low vibrational realm, okay? Gyrating, lustful talks, anything displeasing to God. And you know God. And if you want to try to figure out, well, what is pleasing him? You know God. You know what's good and what's not good. And I'm telling you guys, y'all filling y'all minds and head up with all that TV and that gunk, that reality TV stuff having to do with them talk shows. They had a nerve to wear the cross around their neck, but up in there fighting going on. That's low vibrational. I'm telling you, I have to be honest, guys. I don't watch TV, but sometimes I catch a show or two just to see, but I don't indulge. I don't. And it's a balance. Create yourself it's all having to be done in moderation. If you're going to watch it, don't sit there and binge off of it and watch and lead your life like that. No, separate yourself from it. Okay, like me, I don't like drama in my life. I'll watch it on TV. If that's what y'all want to be doing, okay. But at some point in time, I even have to shut it off because it starts to stir my spirit, guys. They can't take all that. All right. So if you want to know how to kind of separate yourself, just get rid of all that stuff that you don't think God will be pleased with. That's the first place you can start. That's one thing that you was born with is knowing right from wrong. He did give you that. He gave you a choice, a will. Okay. The light energies. I don't really think it needs to be said. Look at the world. That's what the light, the God spirit has created. And if you believe, and if you're going around here thinking that man did all of that, well, he was given the idea to do it by God. Because God is still, just like he said he's going to see after us, he's still doing it. And y'all don't even want to recognize him or acknowledge him for it. He's keeping us evolving and kept up with our time, modern day, even though it's still slavery going on because y'all choose to be slaves. Okay? He's even giving you a particular race, and I'm going to say it because it's the truth. It's his people. It's his people. He's giving you the mind and the wisdom to get out from all up under this. And if you ain't going to take it, and if you ain't going to see it for yourself, well, he going to leave you stuck there, honey child. So I really don't think I have to say much about the light energy, because we know if you are advancing and you are constantly moving and you're constantly moving to level after level and you're never stuck. Because it's such thing as being stuck, because I have been stuck there before, but at this stuck level, I've been comfortable too. Because I didn't realize what more was out there for me. I was just stuck right here. I didn't realize. I just found my path to where, okay, I'm going to do right by God. I'm going to start living my life right by God. And I'm going to do what I'm supposed to be doing here on earth. And that's it. God saw that I was ready. And from that level where I was on, he just I'm talking about when he shoved me out. He shoved me so hard, I stumbled and fall and didn't know what hit me. But he picked me right back up. I just seen where you know how you fall and I'll pick it just like that. Them legs pulled on straight on back up. And the blessings started pouring out. Because I got from up under what was no longer serving me. That's how it works. Because I started living my life knowing, yeah, it's a God. I get it. People walking around here saying, oh, I found this job myself. And the devil was trying to get me to think like that. The dark entities, guys, the dark energies, because I want to talk about that too. They was trying to get me to think that it was all me doing this. No, it was all the energies that exist within the world, making and placing, maneuvering, manipulating other energies to make a way for you. Okay? Now, the high frequencies, we know what the high frequencies are. You can point those out a mile away. I don't even have to discuss that, but I want to talk about the images, the demonic images, and because people are saying, well, if that's the case, if y'all are getting it, then this is the question that y'all have. Then no images existed, and you are absolutely right. The images that exist right here today was the reality that was created by the man himself and placed upon us, this illusion that we called our world. You have to learn how to see past that. Okay, so when you were being born, of course you was brought in with this somebody, I don't know, but I know I saw a picture of the devil from somewhere. I saw a picture of Jesus from somewhere. Of course we did. But we've seen these images, guys. So guess what? They was programmed in our heads. We run around here like little computers, guys. Okay? Little pieces of God knowing everything. It's just up to you to be able to want to tap into it. That's all. But that image, you created that. I don't know what your devil looked like, but I know what mine looked like. He don't even really truly exist because hell and heaven is all psychological. Let's get into it. Woo, guys, I'm giving it to y'all in this. Woo, we going in, ain't we? Okay. I like to thank my angels, guys, ancestors, and Miles, because of course they are here helping me. I told y'all, guys, I ain't never had this talk a lot spirit before, but I'm being guided because it's time for y'all to wake up, because I am here being used just the same as he was used to get a message across. He got a lot of them out there. I just happen to be one of them. Okay? All right. So now, guys, that brings us into our next topic, the level of existence. Now, since you know where you come from, you know that you're merely a light being, you know, and you're fire. You're like going off on the inside. You know, when you yawn and all that kind of stuff, or when you get mad and you hear that or something go on with your ears, you hear that like that buzzing, that's the fire being lit. That's within you. Okay, so guys, I'm going to try to make this as clear as possible. Okay, right now, as we hear our spirit form, let's remove all of the flesh. We are nothing but pure energy. Okay, now given the flesh, we can experience death. Okay, we can experience dying because of the flesh. Now, the light within us, no, we continue, we go on, we move to different wherever that energy is needed, we move on, and it's up to you whether you're going to move up or down. Okay, so guys, right here, as we experience the human experience, there's a spectrum that we're on. Okay, so let's imagine a balance beam. Okay, put your little notch right there, your little balancer right there in the middle. Just go ahead, vision that with me, just visualize. Okay, so we have a balance beam and we have our little red ball right there in the middle. That is our balance. On each end of the spectrum, we have heaven and we have hell. Okay, guys, I don't know how, if you want to, let's turn it this way. Okay, so right where that sits, we have heaven, we have hell. We have high frequencies, we have low frequencies. We have high vibrations, we have low vibrations, okay, with our balance there in the very middle. Okay, did that create a picture? I hope so. Okay, I'm not going to keep it up. Okay, so now, given this life experience, guys, this human life experience, we all have to experience the full spectrum. Not just half, but some of it. So, what's going on for some of you? Because the cycles are, we're going into a new cycle, guys. The 7-year cycle. So things might be getting ready to change for you guys. Might be staying the same for some. If it is, that means that you're stuck, guys. Okay? I'm fixing to explain. You got your picture. Well, we all start off. We don't know. You can be born into a rich family. You could be born into a poverty-stricken family. Okay? We don't know. It's just however you fall on within what's going on. But there's a birth chart out there that you can go and search, and it'll tell you where you land and all of that, guys. You have to understand it's not about us. You gonna get it. See, I might have to come back because all these towers and the way that they position these buildings, and just in your city, you got your own set of pyramids, okay? But that's for another time. But so guys, however you born, you might start off good in life, you might start off bad. Let's just go and say you start off bad. I'm gonna take mine for instance. We're gonna use me. My life started out just I can say I had my ups and downs, my experiences. Some tough old times, guys. Tough times, okay? I finally found my balance. But for a little bit, I found myself kind of positioned in that lower vibration of below the balance. Okay? That's where I was before 2019 hit. I was below the balance. And they were trying to keep me stuck. Still to this day, they're trying to keep me stuck. But since we're in a new cycle, and all of this stuff is being shed away, everything's being exposed that's been done. Because if you done something and you did something wrong within that cycle, this 7-year cycle, you're going to be exposed before the next cycle starts. So that's what's going on. If something is happening with you, the cycle is closing out. So all of what you've done within the 7-year mark is having to come out, so the new chapter can begin. Because guys, what happens is, if you started out bad and your life sucked, and you've been working and doing everything, and you on God's side, you got to keep that in mind. Then you should be seeing yourself level up. You should be seeing constant movement, because you're doing what God is telling you to do. You letting God use you. He's actually using you. See, I'm past the balance now. I'm past the balance. I'm not at the complete top. I'm like probably right in here somewhere. Right in there still. Because I do still have a direct connection. I do. I get downloads. I get visions sometimes. My visions are starting to come in. They've been tapped into before. It's not there. I can't see, but I do. They do show me stuff. Quick flashes. So I'm almost there, guys. But it's all about the consciousness level that you reach. So when you hear them say it's what you created, this word is what you created, it actually is. Now, yes, this is a real thing. This is real. Now, this is real. The stuff is real. This is real. But that within us, that's the realest. We just live this how they want us to live during this human experience, using all the tangible stuff they gave us to use, the resources. But we have to keep in mind that we don't let all of this worldly stuff take us away from what our true self is. I hope I'm making sense to y'all. Okay, guys, so the spiritual warfare, and again, that talks about, you know, what's going on, because the fight was had. You know, God even sent others like Job and all of them, you know, because Satan wanted to, he's a trickster, guys, and he still plays a major part. And he wanted to, you know, turn things upside down and make it seem like, you know, God already know who his soldiers are. He already know. He knew who they was going to be before they were born. But the devil don't. Because, see, he's only an imitator. He's not the creator. He can't do what God does. That's why he put a lot of this fake stuff down here for us, just like the tarot readers and the prophets and the mediums that's really coming, that's you know, here working truly for God. Of course, he fixing to send a lot of tarot readers and teach them. I'm teaching y'all how to read tarot cards, but I'm also teaching you, this ain't nothing that you can just go and play around with. And especially if you out, we're going to get to it. I don't want to jump ahead. But yeah, if you feel like you're being exposed, then you doing something you ain't got no business. And that's how I'm looking at it. Because this is what this class is about today. Knowing who you are and helping you to protect who you are after knowing who you are. Not letting just know anybody deal in your spirit. Okay? So, well, Satan mad. Y'all know the story behind all that happened. He mad. Now he doing whatever he can, because he wasn't the only one to get kicked out. Him and his angels, they all had to go. All them demonic entities, because it wasn't just one. It ain't just one. It's one head of God, but there's many bodies, okay, to bring the whole together. So it's the same with Satan. So he collected his army, and now it's a battle going on, guys, for the souls within the human experience. It ain't got nothing. They could care less about the flesh. It's for the soul. He's been after minds. Had me questioning and thinking, but yeah, I swayed for some months, but fell right on back and didn't even know I was coming back. I just questioned, why have you forsaken me, my God? Okay. And if you find yourself asking that question, you might be headed to your highest level of God consciousness, because that's where it lies. And if you sitting around here trying to figure all this out yourself, because you saying it ain't no God, it ain't no this, it ain't no that, well, just know it's something, because you here, ain't you? And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to keep saying it, guys, because they keep giving me the reference of the ant. And I think the ant is smarter than the man. Our world is no different than the ants. It's just the level that you live in this human life experience on. Because let's say, for instance, you know, pass over and you reincarnate right away. And you come back as an ant. And I won't even say an ant. I'm not going to say an ant. But you can't, let's say an ant. But I'm going to tell you the lowest. Because the ant ain't the lowest. But you come back, you reincarnate because you didn't get it right. And you just won't keep getting it right until you get it right. And don't think that an ant does not praise a higher spirit. I'm going to tell y'all that too. An ant. Now, an ant. You can come back as an ant because you just didn't get it in the lifetime. So, if you didn't get it in this lifetime and you keep going backwards on that spectrum, you come back doing worse. He send you back and you keep doing worse, then you keep going back. You keep going down. So you are able to, your levels are able to continually decrease, guys, and keep you forever. You can forever remain in the bottom level, the bottom pit, which is the pit of all pits. You can remain there for all of eternity because you won't get it. No more questions, no more pleading, because you keep going and making the same mistake. So the answer is no. So that's why the torture becomes people constantly complaining. You got your constant complainers in this world. Those are those people. You can recognize them. Don't want to hear nothing that nobody's talking about because they got all the answers. Because where they live is dark. They just have to wait until, it's all said and done, because they ain't got the resources to move nowhere else. They'll forever be producing product that don't benefit the world. And that's how the devil plays his part and keeps the balance, guys. You get it? And that's another reason that brings me to the spiritual warfare. And we're talking about the end times and all that kind of stuff. They've been saying the end times for a long time. But guys, I know for all of my life since I've been here, we are definitely in Revelation. We are living in the end times, guys. Now, I don't know how far Revelation goes as far as, how it's played out. But prophecy is being fulfilled, guys. And a couple of those that I just want to point out is Revelation 12, 7 through 10, and Ephesians 6, chapter 6, verse 10 through 13, guys. Okay? So, with that, I want to point out just something that was said. And we are going to bring it up on the board right here, right now. Okay. So it says right here, Satan thrown out of heaven. And since this is a short one, I can go ahead and read it, guys. It says, and war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought. But they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Okay, 10. Then I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ have come, for the accuser of our brethren who accused them before our God day and night has been cast down. So, guys, with that, let me just tell you this before you decide to go around here calling tarot readers witches. Just be specific on which witch. Green or the dark, okay? You want to say that they're the devil, that's demonic work. These words that you speak, guys, I just want you to hear it again. Then I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ have come. Okay, that's all of us, guys. For the accuser of our brethren, that's you who goes around saying that God's chosen one who's come down to speak his word and all that kind of stuff is the devil and doing witchcraft. Well, who accused them before our God day and night has been cast down. And with that, You are that devil, and you too will be cast down, because that energy is not done. That energy is a strong, probably the strongest of them all, but not God's though, not God energy. Okay, so I just had to, I wanted to point that out for those who feels like themselves is witchcraft. If this is witchcraft, what we're doing, then you yourself, you're witchcraft. You're walking around with witchcraft within you. Tear that apart. Tear any of this apart if you like. You know, I'm not going to keep my comments open. I don't, this is not for that. You can make a video about it, though. You can talk about it, and hopefully I come and you can even call me out by name, you know, if you want to discuss it. And or you can add me, as a matter of fact. What did I say? Tell me where because I'm getting all of this from the heavens. Counteract it if you like. But we're going to talk about Ephesians, okay? And I want to see what they have to say when it comes to what we need to be doing here, guys. And what I've been trying to say, because it does talk about putting on the full body of God, that armor that's needed, that protection that I always tell y'all, because we need that, guys. And guess what? Now, this particular body, this armor of God, this body of armor, yeah, come full, you know, I'm talking about, it's the greatest, guys. It is the greatest. If I don't tell you it works, it's magical. Well, can't anybody just wear it, okay? You can't just think you're gonna wear it for a little bit, like rent it out and then give it back and then it don't. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Just a short little break there. Phone ring. My daughter come through the door. I guess she done changed her lunch schedule, but you know, I always, you know, we always just have a little conversation. That's why I be trying to be through, guys. But I'm. Let's get back to where we were. So we was talking about the full body armor of God, guys. Okay. So what this means, and I just want to read it here. The whole armor of God. That's what the name of the scripture is. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10 through 13, the New King James Version. It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor." You got to put the whole thing on, guys. That's what I was saying. You just can't go thinking that, okay, I'm going to step outside, you know, just for a few days, minutes, whatever. And think that you can go back and say, no, it don't work like that. You can't. So put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, energies, guys, against powers, energies, against the rulers of the darkness, the elite of this age, okay, against spiritual hosts. And see, this is in the Bible, so they're saying the darkness of this age, not this one, but what was going on within their age, the darkness, okay, because it's constant. It's constant. All things up under the sun is not new. Remember that, okay? And then it says against spiritual host of wickedness in the heavenly places. Host, guys. We are hosts, vessels, vehicles, carriers, whatever you want to call it, okay? Transportation systems, whatever. We carry the light in us, the true, okay? The true protector of that light is you. But in order for it to be truly protected, you need to put on the whole, not just the boots, not just the helmet, not just the gloves, not just the sword, okay? You have to put on the whole body armor of God. Okay? All right. So, and it just says, therefore, take up the whole armor of God that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. And having done all, to stand. That's why y'all keep saying and seeing and hearing me say, y'all stay protected. Ask for protection. Ask for protection. Because that's what it's all about, guys. Okay? So that's where we need to be with all of that. And I think I just want to leave y'all with just a little bit. Just so y'all can see that I'm not making none of this stuff up. And guys, we're not doing no reading or nothing today. This is just a, well, I can't say a short class because we're going into 2 hours, guys. But we are almost through, okay? Because now I want to break down, which I've already broke down, the spectrum of us in this human experience that we got going on. And now I just want to break down the heaven and the hell. Because like I said, these are all images. All things that we've created in our own minds, because we create our own world. You are able to create your own reality, guys. But like I said, it takes a lot of work, and you have to be on the right side, which is the side of the God spirit. Okay, so the first one that we are going to talk about, and I just want to save the best for last. So with that, we are going to talk about hell, guys. Okay, people think that hell is this dark place, this pit with fire just burning constant, just, you know, the gray depths, you know, it's just going down. It's just like, I mean, it's hot and all of that. It's psychological, guys. It's all in the mind. The hell is here on earth. Don't it get hot in the summertime to where y'all want to be outside? But some of y'all gotta be out there because y'all gotta go out there and make that money. So you complaining, and some of y'all even dying out there in that heat. Think about it, guys. Is that really where you choose to be, or is that where you're stuck? It's all in the mental. You don't have to be there. But as long as you lead a path of darkness, you're going to forever be stuck finding those type of jobs. That's your hell. Okay? Dealing in that is not pleasing to God. And you just can't get up out of that pit. You depressed. You don't know why you depressed. They call it the sickness. Ain't no such thing as no sickness, no depression, sickness. That's something that can be overcome with just the right words, just the right people around, just the right encouragement, motivation, and all that love. Now, it could be there is such thing as mental illness, which we all suffer from, guys. But it's up to us to come up out of that, because that's part of the hell realm. That's where the devil wants us to be. That's what he creates for us. It's all mental. Whatever you want to believe is depressing to you, why you don't change it and turn it into something that's beautiful to you? Whatever triggers you to go into your depressed state, why you don't remove it? Whatever it is. If a doctor is telling you, because see, a doctor, if you've been declared depressed, and that's what you want to be diagnosed as, and you on all this medication and stuff, y'all, it's all of Satan. Medications and all of that. All of it. All of this is psychological. You got depressed. You experienced an emotion. Your boyfriend left you. You breaking up with your husband. You know, you didn't get that job promotion. You're experiencing an emotion. Okay? Follow me. Now, You done psyched yourself up to know that you was going to be with this man forever. Y'all was going to be married forever. You was going to get that job promotion. You was going to get that job. That job is for you. You've been working behind the scenes, preparing and all that. You done lived your whole life around this man. Because y'all been in school together. Y'all done grew up as sweethearts and all that. And you just set in your mind that was your forever. That was your forever, ever. Ever, ever. And then it all hits. God says, that's your plan. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So he starts removing it. Things start happening. You like, wait, but what? Because you said something up that wasn't even for you. Now you depressed about it. And you can't get up out of it because you still trying to figure out what happened. What did you do wrong? It's nothing that you did wrong. The only thing that you did wrong, you allowed Satan into your space. Because he's the only one to come and make you think that it was you. He's the only one. And that's that dark place. So guys, the reality that you've created for yourself, you cause your own depressions. Okay? Whatever it is that you're going through, you're able to overcome those exact depressions without medication. Unless it's something genetically there. Then that's something, outside of, what God, but even he can take care of that too. But you do need to seek the right doctors and stuff. Okay, guys? And maybe there is some things that's happening that might have to be controlled with medication. But still, I'm telling you, medication is not needed. It's the mentality. It's the prayers. It's the good people in that person's life that brings the wishes down, the blessings down, to heal that person that can't help to heal themselves. They need them type of people around. That's what's known as miracles, guys. That's why you see miracles, because you might have praying people in that miracle's life. That's how it works. We are magic. And if you run around here calling other people's magic witchcraft, there's a spot for you. And even a spot for you because you run around here talking about witchcraft and you have no idea what you're talking about. You don't even know the Bible. You ain't even picked the Bible up. You just going off about what people done said. That's the only reason. You going off of what you done seen on TV. It ain't even your true research. You just going off of what other people done said about what this is going on. And I'm sorry to tell you, you're the lost one. But guys, heaven, bliss, happiness, love, everything beautiful, color. I mean, you can name so many things, guys. So many things. So many. Up against hell. It's so many things. And I could only give you two of the main ones, how you know that you've reached the pinnacle of heaven. If you are happy and nothing can disturb that, and if you found your inner peace, and that you know that the peace does not lie outside of the true peace within you. because that's where the true peace lies, and that's where you go to get away from this that is not your reality. Your reality you create on the inside. And as you create that reality on the inside, guys, it starts to become your reality on the outside. Because now, that's when we talk about manifestation, and I'm really not talking about that here. But as you get in tune with your inner self and ask for the things that you want because you're on the right path, well, that's where you'll see things happening. And guys, just remember that you are on the right path, because whoever you go to in this same form and whoever you worship in the same form that I'm giving you, the same format, just know there's a price that you will have to pay in the end, because see, your blessings will come quickly. They will come real quickly, okay? Because right now he's kind of the control. He's in control. His reign is going on. He has 1,000-year reign, guys. And I don't know where we at in all that, but I know and I feel that it's coming down to the wire, okay? But in that 1,000-year reign, well, he gets to kind of have his way. Yep, and if you know Job, God said to Satan, go ahead. That's my true one right there. Ain't nothing you can do. They stripped Job all the way down, butt naked. I'm talking about Job became the ugliest man in the world, covered in sores and everything. Everything that was out there that could be thrown Job's way, God allowed it to happen. I'm talking about disease forms and all, y'all, families dying, everything. Go look it up. I'm just giving y'all the gist of it. But he still held true. God is my God, and he is the true God. Job didn't break. And that's what you can't do. You can't break, guys, because if you do, he's going to turn away. He's going to look away, as he's already looked away, because he's not going to keep coming down here. He said, you know what? I'm just going to use my true people. I'm going to, let them do the work for me, and I'm going to protect them. That's how this is going to go. So, guys, with all of this being said, protect yourself. Ask for guidance. Ask for God's guidance, because you got to pay. If you're going to worship Satan, you got to pay. And just know at the end, he runs away like he ain't never know you. Okay? Trust and believe what I said. He's the type to hide. The devil is everything negative. Okay? He's everything negative. He's negative. And people like to say, I get tired of y'all always want to blame stuff on the devil. Everything negative is of Satan. So if you are spewing negativity, you work for him. Okay? All right, guys. So we are going to get down just, because I'm getting ready to wrap this up, guys. And I just want to get down to a little bit about tarot card reading, okay? Cartomancy, however you want to pronounce it. For me, it's cartomancy. I can't see no other way, but it's tarot reading, guys. And this is another form of spiritual witchcraft and worship. Okay? Now, this became popular, and I was sadly mistaken. I'm thinking that this was probably developed around slavery. No, it wasn't. This was the tarot card, the tarot deck. Okay, and it is pronounced not tarot or not tarot. It is tarot. Tarot. The T is silent. Okay. This was produced in the earlier ancient European times, guys. Okay. During the rise of the white man. Okay. Aleister Crowley, Helen Black, I always have a hard time saying her name, but I know who she is. I own her book, Secrets of the Doctrine, Blavatsky, or something like that. Blavatsky, Helen Blavatsky, guys. I've always had a hard time, but it's Blavatsky, okay? These two were tapping into realms that no man had ever tapped into before, and they happened to tap into the dark side of things. Not to say that they were dark, but if we got to know the light side, we too got to know the dark side to bring balance. So people want to go and put these two, because them are the two main ones, guys. The ancient. I'm just speaking on ancient, okay? Ancient history. I'm talking about way back. But them two, Aleister Crowley and Helen Blavatsky, them two are the main ones who put out occultism. And those are the ones that I'm familiar with, and it might go even back further than that, but those are the main ones that the tarot industry world was created. Aleister Crowley being one that created his own deck that I happen to own, okay? So, in that deck does include, which, you know, we got decks, and I love all the decks that I own because we evolve, okay? So, his deck includes a princess and a prince, which a true original tarot deck does include. Okay, guys? But we don't always need them, because if you smart enough when it comes to this tarot reading thing, then you'll know how to get, you know, your age and what the person's age is and kind of figure all of that out. That's if you're a true reader. Okay, but guys, now as the cards evolve and, you know, times become more modernized and all that kind of stuff, well, cards not so much, but there are other things that were used during slavery that kind of got our people, and not only our people, but other people that was dealing in oppression. It wasn't just us, guys. It wasn't just us. We just got dealt the hand the hardest. We just got dealt that hand that just didn't have all spades in it. Okay, and they suffered some of it too, because as I was doing my research and I was studying a little bit before this, and they took me down the path of Aryanism. If you know, you know. You know what that is. That's white supremacy. Okay? Now, before the wrong person got their hands on it, Aryanism was about what God was for. But somebody took the words that they wanted to take from it and turned it into darkness. Okay, guys? So this is kind of how all of this goes. And I only know this because I bought a deck, right? I bought it only for its artwork. But I like to read the book too that it comes with. I keep tarot decks. I own several. Okay? Probably over 50 by now. Yeah. Good quality. Well, not all of them, because some of them Temu. I got a few Temu. But I got more keepsake decks than I do Temu decks, okay? And I like them for their artwork because the spirits do well in using them to talk to me. So that's why. And they know my eyes, these eyes don't belong to me, okay? I'm allowing them to be used by the Creator himself. And when I tell you his taste in things, oh Lord, he gonna have to make me rich, okay? Because I can't afford it. I can only do the best that I can and trust and believe. I ain't no material girl. I ain't no shopaholic, none of that. I like nice things, but money don't matter to me, okay? I'm allowing him to use me. And with all of that, he set me up, and I'm about to buy me some dice too. You know why? Because I just learned runic alphabet. That's how I learned that Aryanism, white supremacy, y'all want to run around here with them hoods on y'all heads, y'all look stupid, because that's not even where it started or where it originated. Aryanism was not about race at all. It was about God and honoring him. Y'all look so stupid. So we can go back. I know now, because my last video, I didn't know what I would do if somebody called me the N-word. I do know now. I would laugh and walk away. I would laugh and walk away. I really would. Because knowing what I know, you know, they really run around here just really pumping that white, both sides, white supremacy, black power. We are all one race, and it all is the same color. Y'all say blood, the blood. No, silly rabbit, the fire, the fire. That's what I'm talking about. And it depends on what hue it might be. It might be a bursting flame of red. You might get a hue of blue. I don't know. What level of fire are you on? What's your flame level? Because we don't, this right here, see, y'all judging with this, where you need to be judging with the color of the flame on the inside. I think I said something. So yes, I will be purchasing me a set of dice, because I actually came across the dice and I'm like, how you read them dice? Didn't even realize they answered my question without me knowing. The symbols on the dice are runic. I got a runic deck, runic alphabet, R-U-N-I-C, guys. Runic, Mayan times. Guys, you got to get into it. You got to get into it. But again, if you are of Caucasian race, you are a white person, if you are even watching my channel and you know a lot about white supremacy, please stop and go study the true origin, and don't even look at it. Go look, starting with Aryanism. Okay, start there. Start at the beginning, not in the middle where people had the opportunity to twist and screw stuff up, because that's what they seem to do these days. They don't want to tell you the truth. So that's what this is about. So guys, that's what all of it's about, the slavery that we endure, you know, us calling upon the Lord, us calling, singing the hymns, Jesus, the spiritual Negroes, and all that kind of stuff. These are different ways that we honor the heavens above. Us calling upon Jesus, us praying, we're giving homage to the man of our time, which is Jesus, okay? The one that we can relate to, which is Jesus, okay? And guys, I want to explain something else to you when it comes to the tarot cards. And that's the reason why I have to lead this way, because that's what I'm doing here. I am a tarot card reader, okay? And guys, the cards. Now I'm going to pull my deck out just for demonstration. Okay. If you are not for sure of the cards and you just catch my show just to catch up with the news, and you just, you know, just getting familiar with the cards and what I'm doing here, well, these cards, guys, yes, these cards were made simply for the purpose of the spirits coming through, touching the cards, and giving a clue as to what's going on in particular in whatever the question or the querent is asking. Okay, the querent would be the individual that is asking the question. Okay, the interpreter would be the person that is doing the reading for the querent. Okay, so that's the only reason why these cards were created in the first place, because it made it simpler for them that created them back in ancient times to just say, instead of us continually going there or having to meditate and shutting all the way down in order to go and visit these people to get the information that we need, how about we just create something here on the 3D side that we could use and have the spirits to come and tap on, making it much easier, and they will figure it out from there. Therefore, becoming what you consider now a game, a puzzle game. Okay, so that's what it is. What happens, we read the cards, guys. We take them, we shuffle them, just whatever card that the spirit, if we're talking about something. Say, for instance, we're talking about this right now. We're shuffling. We're waiting on spirit to just touch a card, any card, just any card. We have them here. I don't know, but any card. Just want to see. Any card, a card falling out. You can just get a card to even fall out. That card you would choose. Okay, guys? I'm not really asking. My mind is not really there with teaching, so I don't even think they're around. But just for demonstration, I just see this one sitting here on just right out. I'm just going to pull it. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We know this ain't me. That's why it's in reverse. But see, this is an energy card, guys. All of these cards are energies. So I'm going to turn it up. This is the 5 of Pentacles. See, so with the 5 of Pentacles, they name that you have in tarot reading, the spirits are dealing with nothing but energies, okay? You have fire. You have water. Okay, you have air and you have earth energy. All right, they take those, the zodiacs, all of that is surrounding you. Y'all know how we place. Y'all doing all that. See, y'all doing all y'all zodiac work and all that, but y'all don't want to go and find. Y'all want to cut right straight to the middle, to the end, when you don't want to go search for the beginning. All of this stuff, I'm telling you, your zodiac sign, where you lie in the cosmos, it all makes sense. Y'all know that I know where I'm placed in the cosmos, all the way down to where I'm placed within the bloodline in the 3D, where I am placed within the system, because see, we all make up the body. Okay? Just as it's a body up there, it's one here. I'm a messenger. Okay? You didn't hear me. I lie. My makeup within the body here, if we was looking at it down here, I'm within the DNA. Okay? I am the tRNA messenger. Go look it up. I can't make, they told me all this. They showed me, because I've always wanted to know where I come from. So they done told me my place, not only there, but here too. And knowing your place here tells you your level up there. I am a part of the makeup of the DNA. Do you understand? See, it takes for my gene to carry out some things in order for your DNA to be complete. Do y'all not get it, guys? It's like that. This I'm talking about when I tell you this stuff is surreal. But I'm putting it together. I'm a messenger. Go look it up. And see, I had to know this. I've been to school and everything. I have an associate's degree, guys. So, you know, my dream at one point in time was to be a nurse. So I've been, you know, in school, finished, you know, the prereqs that was required and all of that. I did that. So I know a lot, and, you know, I spent a lot of time in the health industry. Okay? So I know some stuff. And they broke it all the way down to me. When I tell you, they just sent that download. And I don't believe in coincidences. My name, when I tell you my name is in that book of life, right here still today. I'm not going to tell y'all my name because my name is Auntie Oracle. But that T stands for something, which is my name. That tRNA gene, that tRNA messenger, I'm a messenger, guys. I'm a medium. I'm psychic-like. Or y'all, I just hope y'all getting it. That's why I'm kind of stuck here. Because within this actual DNA system of ours, you know, the whole breakdown, and I just got, because that's what it is, as above, so below. The DNA system starts up there. And it's just been carried on down here within us. So I just like to say, guys, that the position that I'm carrying out right here, right now, is the exact position that I'm carrying out within, from within. That's where I am. That gene that's needed for birth, you know, for y'all to be right where you need to be on point with things. For that DNA strand to be created, you know, exact like it needs to be, without interference, without any mutation. That's me, guys. I'm the messenger. Like in 5D and in 3D and within. That is truly me. I am the Holy Trinity. And please, please, please don't think that I'm sitting here calling myself Jesus, because I'm not. I'm not Jesus. I'm not God. I only walk on the same level that Jesus walked, okay? That's the level that I'm walking on, guys. Because when I say that my heart is pure, it's pure. I don't get off of here. Because see what y'all fixing to get ready to see here soon, come next year, y'all finna be going everywhere with me. I'm finna take y'all with me, because it's a different time for me. I'm in my North Node now. And that's what I was telling y'all with the spectrum thing. everybody gets an opportunity to experience the sad part of life and the good part of life. You know, we all, but it's up to you how you experience it. Do you choose to stay down there stuck in hell? Or do you get the experience the finer things in life and experience this like it's supposed to be experienced? Do you get to live in one of those many mansions that he said that he has for us? Do you get it? Y'all looking for a heaven up there. No, it's her. You just got to create it. Okay, so guys, what I was saying, the cards really just show you the energies that's circulating. Like this right here, I don't have a question. So they say, okay, you pulling the card, but they not going to put that up on me because I ain't broke. And I never claim to be broke because that's an energy. And as long as you claim that energy, then they're going to be saying, well, she says she broke, so we got to go make that happen. It's an energy, guys. It's a manifestation. That's why. That's what the cards are all about. That's why, like, say, for instance, look, you see a handsome man, don't you? When I went to make this card, yeah, he's a handsome man. He looks well dressed. But at the same time, the card was saying to me, but yeah, he don't have no money in his pockets, though. You see? That's what it is. But this was in reverse, honey. I ain't broke. And that's what the card is trying to do. She's not, you know, I don't have no whole lot of money, but I ain't broke either. Okay? So in these, you have all your cards, like the Tower card, say it's an energy. Something's about to happen. If you're studying these cards for the word, you're doing it all wrong. You're just stuck on, okay, change, this and that. Now, my card, it don't show you much. They had to tell me about this because I started just using just my deck. And I didn't stop. And they had to finally tell me, we can't really tell you too much because we can't give you no clues. We can't build no puzzle for you to solve. Y'all get it? So that's what that's about, guys. So if y'all continue to watch me, then you'll know I'm able to figure out who the players are in the game, not just by the card, but by putting the pieces together. Because tarot reading is a puzzle. It is a spiritual puzzle. A puzzle that was created by the spirits. That's why it has been put out there as witchcraft, but it is not witchcraft because it is used on both sides, and it started out and it was given because nothing can be done unless God gives permission. Okay, guys. So we are winding right down. I knew this was going to be long. I didn't know it was going to be this long, but hey, I said I was going to take my time with it, and that's what I'm doing, guys. But we're almost through. Okay. So, the spiritual backpack that I talked about earlier, guys. Well, some of you want to know about reincarnation and how that all works. And, you know, some of you don't even believe in it. I don't know why not when they say life is, you know, this is eternal. You know, I mean, he died so that we'll have eternal life, right? That's what it says, right? I ain't finna put no, because we all know that, right? Right? Guys, eternal life is reincarnation. You know good and well, you ain't met nobody on this earth who has lived forever. So what do you think eternal means? Because eternal is forever. That's infinity and beyond. Okay? Well, I don't know. But, well, it is beyond. It's forever. I just was seeing beyond like in the heavens. It's not going to be that for everybody. That's what I was. But guys, I've already mentioned it, but reincarnation is being born over and over again. Just like we can be reborn right now. You can be reborn living. You just died, something died off of you. You can be dying right now living. Something ended. Something changed. A tower moment happened. You know, there can be a living death, guys. I've died. Because that's the only way. And that's what you call baptism. Okay? Now, I was sitting up here and I'm like, so that means I got to go up in the church and I got to take the kids and all that and get them baptized. Of course, they'll be of age because it has to be their decision. Now, if you want to do a little ceremony, something, just a dedication is what they call it. You can, but you should not be having your children baptized. That should be their will. That should be upon them and not you. That should be for them, not you. Okay? I think I'm going to do mine for my grandkids here. Just a little dedication. Because I even thought about doing my own baptism for them. They said, no. That's their, that has to be theirs. But you can do something like a little small spiritual ceremony, a prayer, say something, a dedication, a God, like they do, dedicating the children to God. Which, with my new grandbaby, of course, I do that over her while I'm holding, feeding her. I'm getting it in good with her, honey. Child, yeah, because that's what you have to do. You have to ask for that protection. You have to ask to be put in, because he ain't going to just give it to you. You have to be doing right first, and you have to be asked to put in to that armor of God. And yeah, of course, you can pray for the kids because they don't know any better. So they're going to be protected, but you got to make sure you're asking for protection for them. You should already be doing that. You should have been doing that while they was in the womb. You should have been asking for a healthy child instead of running around here mad because it wasn't a girl or a boy. Something is wrong with y'all, and y'all are low vibrational. And I'm not talking about all of y'all. I just got the image that I've seen, some of these gender reveals where these mothers actually act out, like really act out because it wasn't the gender that they was wanting. God don't like it. He don't like it. He don't like it. But guys, I was talking about the spiritual backpack. Reincarnation is real, okay? I'm here to tell you about it. And guys, if this went too fast for you, just keep watching it. Take notes, okay? Now, this is a 2-hour program, and you can't sit here and say I went too fast for you. Come on, guys. Listen. That's all it takes is just listening. Reincarnation. It's a real thing. While you are here and this is your job, you've already been provided with the instructions. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Okay? I don't think they could sum it up. I was wondering what Bible stood for. And it makes a lot of sense. Who came up with that? But it's perfect. That book is all you need. And see, guys, some of y'all are fixing to be stuck out when it's wrong to carry a Bible and y'all don't even know the word. That's why he say hide it in your heart. Try. Because I know when I didn't even understand, I tried. And at least I tried. Because I guess if you try, at least that gives him to know, well, at least she is trying. So I see she read it. But you can't be faking and pretending with it. He know. So, of course, you can't be faking. You got to be real about it. But, guys, we come back, we keep coming back. If we don't get it right, we keep coming back and we keep having to be reincarnated. And I think the lowest of all levels that you can come back as, and this is just in my opinion, if you can think of something lower, then let me know. And I even want to say that this might be what our version of the pits of hell could be, what that hell on earth, the fire and all that looks like, is a roach in the middle of the night, guys. Scattering. And if you know, we've all seen them. If you've been to somebody's house or if it's been your own. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say that I ain't never lived in no apartment to where it was you turned on the lights and we just moved in. It's been a couple of places we moved in not knowing, because the landlord ain't gonna tell you. But you know what? While I'm staying there, they can't reside. They gotta go, and I'm gonna do whatever it is that I gotta do in order to treat the situation. Okay, and I've been there and see, I know. Like every time before I even move anything into an apartment of mine or wherever I'm moving, that whole place got to get smoked out, bummed down, walls sprayed up and down. As a matter of fact, it's time to spray again. I'm keeping it. Y'all can't know. Because that's the, if it can't get, well, I think it can get a little nastier, but that's the grossest form. And I think you can come on back here and be reincarnated as a roach over and over again. You go out there and you search the bathing rat. You tell me that person, whoever's in that bathing rat, because that rat up there got his arms up in the air, washing up under his arms and everything, taking a bath. That person's been here before and know how it go. He ain't trying to run around as no stinking rat. He might be a rat, but he ain't finna be no stinking rat. Okay? I can't make this up, guys. Now, you can come back and you're gonna come back. But it's up to you if you are elevating when you come back or if you are de-escalating, falling, decreasing, down, low vibration. You know, if you headed down there, it's up to you. So that's why I call it the spiritual backpack. You got to fill that up while you're here, while you know. A lot of kids come back knowing. I want to talk about that too. You got children remembering their past lives and all that kind of stuff. That's because they somewhat got it right, guys, in the last one. Okay? So they've been trusted in the next life with a little bit of memory there, knowing where they come from. And they're not going to remember telling whoever they told that, but that person that they told to will inform them later on down the line, so then they would know. Because see, didn't nobody tell me. I just kind of got it. I always knew I was a queen. I always knew that. Because I ain't gonna sit here and lie, like I said. You know, I got a like champagne taste with a beer budget. I can't even afford my own taste. So looking deep, I'm like, I must have been a queen. In this treatment that I'm getting, I must have been a mean queen in my past, one of my past lives, honey. And I was. I was a Jezebel in one of my past lives, not for the people. It happens. And we got to keep experiencing it over and over and over again until we get it right. So all the torment that I've taken in this life, it's the exact what I was doing to them in that life. And that's how it keeps going. Whoever did it to me in this life, even though I've got it together and I ain't doing nothing to nobody. I used to be mean when I was young. But I was born back into I was born a queen. I was born back into, where I was coming from, the mean queen. So I was mean. I was still mean. But I got a chance to learn it all over again, guys. And I get it. Now I'm not that mean queen. I'm still a queen. I'm still a queen. And this time I embody it. I am a queen. I don't have to be draped in gold and with the big, I'm a modern day queen. I don't have to have no crown on. It's invisible. But still, I come from a royal background because only queens and kings can come from that and out of that. So are you going to stand up for yours? Because to be honest with you, we all are a royal bloodline. When you going to stand in yours? That's all I'm trying to say, guys. And that's really it. And I'm going to say this before I go, because I really want to save this for last. And I got a couple of movies that I want y'all to go and check out. And maybe this will help you along the way if you're new to all of this. If you've never even been told about the Bible. If no one's ever sat down and told you anything and you're only learning from what Tyler Perry put in the movies, save this video and watch it a few times. Because I just kind of shoved it all down y'all throats in 2 months. Not 2 months, 2 hours. I did. Who you are. This is who you are. You are magic. You are magical. You come from magic. But guys, so now we've gotten all of that out of the way. And while y'all running around here talking about, that's witchcraft, you're a witch. You're a witch too. You just haven't tapped into yours. And then when you do, which side are you going to choose? When you tap into how to use your magic, whose side are you going to be on? Because if we're going to call each other witches, if that's the new term, then we're all witches. Okay? And if you want to keep going around calling people witches, using that word, especially knowing what you know, well, I got to give y'all this. Because, again, they gave me this. And this is in my homework. I'm learning all of this in my homework, guys. And I'm like, whoa. Because we already know how he says, touch not my anointed, right? I kept getting that. That means that if you know that this person is anointed and you steady throwing rocks, steady doing what you do, just get ready to feel the wrath, okay? Well, I'm finna tell you now, I have been anointed by him personally. I don't know if I ever told this story, but I thought I got sick. I did. I thought it was like the 24-hour bug. It happened overnight, guys. And here it was. I'm thinking I got the hot flashes going on. Yeah. Guys, I was sweating so bad. I'm talking about drenched. And this just happened this year, guys. I've been anointed and everything. I'm telling you, he moving me fast. But I'm fine with it. He can use me. He can use me. But I was covered. Now, I'm going through, I do be having hot flashes. But never to this magnitude, guys. When I woke up, my clothes was drenched. I got up. When I woke up out of it, I had to immediately, because my clothes was wet, guys. I ain't pee on myself. All my clothes was wet. My bed, I had to change my sheets and everything from, it was just all wet. My pillowcase, it was just drenched, guys. And I had to go immediately take a shower. I thought I got sick and caught like a 24-hour fever, because it was gone like immediately. The next, I was fine. It just happened like, I didn't feel so good overnight. You know, not so good. I felt like I was getting sick, but not really. But after that, I was fine. It was really, truly like a less than 24 hours, guys. And I ran a fever up in my sleep. I was being anointed. I didn't know what it was, but they told me later that's what was going on. So, and you know, I get it. Of course, given this, you would have to be. So, I've been anointed. There's nothing to lie about. Even after they told me, they gave me confirmation. And this is my movie, my favorite movie that just came out, the George Foreman story. I love that story because that's the true indication, guys, of how this works. And I didn't put that down, but that's at that, okay? If you haven't seen it, go and watch the George Foreman story and see the spiritual side of it. Okay, I got a few more movies that I'm gonna give y'all that I want you to go watch and check it out. You know, I know all these movies are movies to enjoy, but just sit down and watch it from a spiritual standpoint, a spiritual perspective. Okay, guys? But I want to bring this to your attention about the touch not, the anointing, because these are energies, guys. Again, all of this, these are energies. Even though these are real incidents that took place in the Bible, these are just first stories, okay? The first stories. But just like those in the Bible, you've probably experienced some of the exact same things that the Bible speaks of. And you will have to, in order for you to reach that highest level of God conscience. When things start becoming to, because I've already had my, whoa, you know, this is giving me like the same as what Jesus experienced. This is giving Jesus on the cross. You know, that's what I'm feeling. When you get to that point, guys, then yeah. Okay. So, I'm not going to read all of this, but I put it up because if you want to go and check it out and read it, I think it has, like 23. It does. 23 verses. This is 2 Samuel 6th chapter, verse 1 through 23. Now, I'm going to read this part because I need for y'all to be able to understand. This is starting at 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 16. And that's the only verse I'm going to read. It says, now as the ark of the Lord came to the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and whirling before the Lord. And she despised him in her heart. So they brought the ark of the Lord and set it in its place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had erected for it. Okay? The Spirit of the Lord. That's the Spirit of the Lord. They just placed the Spirit of the Lord before David. Okay? Now, guys, as they was bringing this in, because that's where they was taking it to, because the Spirit of the Lord was being delivered to David. It was upon him already. It was on its way. See, it's almost, you have to dig deep, because while you sit and read upon the surface, you have to dig deep up underneath. And as you read the Bible more, and he decides to open up more level for you to understand and see, because that's what it is. It's just like scales over your eyes, even in reading the Bible. Okay. But before the Ark of the Covenant reached David, well, it was in transport by, men of God. And God told them, God said, before, they made that move towards David to deliver him the Spirit of God. Follow me? You getting it? Well, of course, it was a walk. And as they was walking, the ox stumbled, causing the ark to shake. Well, Uzzah wanted to protect the ark, went in to reach out towards it to catch it from falling, and it displeased God. I didn't understand that at first either, because Uzzah lost his life because he disobeyed God. I was sad about Uzzah's life, just as one of these, one of the people here in the story was. You got to read it for yourself, guys. They were mad because, he was spitting my God because he touched the ark after God said, do not touch this. Okay? Well, he didn't know, but this is how it goes, guys. He lost his life, Uzzah did, because he disobeyed regardless. He said, don't touch. But at the same time, let me break it down to you. Uzzah, not only did he not obey, but he wasn't believing. He wasn't believing because I'm sure God went into a great spiel about how that ark is not to be touched at all. And Uzzah, he just don't want it to fall. But then it shows his little faith, because God got it. You show that you don't trust in God regardless of what happens. Regardless of what happened, don't touch it. I got it from here. You just don't touch it. But it showed Uzzah's faith, guys. And it was too little. Okay? And that also takes us to his anointed, his spirit. Touch not his anointed, for he or she is protected. Okay? So if y'all want to keep slandering, walking around here, slandering people for what they do and all that kind of stuff, well, if you're watching this, then you know. So you're not going to be given a pass for doing it anymore. Okay? It's being written down in your file cabinet. So, guys, I think that wraps it all up. The last thing that I want to say before I give y'all the movie reference, be careful who you got doing your readings, guys. I'm not asking, hey, I do readings for enjoyment, to help the people along, to give advice, you know, where advice is needed. It's not that I need to do readings, okay? Because I don't. I'm covered in so many other areas. But if you want somebody who you know, someone who knows how this goes, someone that you can trust with your energy, okay? Well, get with somebody like me. You don't have to be me, but find somebody like me that don't have nothing negative going on within their lives. They might have something going on, some tower moments, but that can't be stopped. They do know how to control it, and they're not indulging in it and overindulging. They do things in moderations and balances within their lives. You need to find someone like that who's all about love and positivity. That person who you think, okay, I think I can see that God is looking down on this person, because let me tell you something else. Tarot card reading comes the energies, the spirit speaking. See, ain't nobody allowed up in here because this is my home. This is where I live and all that. So we go through extremes, not major extremes, but we just know, God knows. I mean, my soldier, the spirit guide Miles, he's seated at the right hand of God. That's the one who walks with me. So ain't nothing allowed up in here. Okay, I had someone to come through, kind spirit, very kind. Those are the only people, and the people that have, it's not very many because there's so many negative people and entities out there. Okay, so it's not many people that have been through, but I just had one yesterday. He came through. He was good. I don't have negative energies living up in here. If they can't live within me, why you think I'm gonna have them living in my house? So what I'm saying is, you got to be careful who is handling your personal Akashic records, guys. You can't just have anybody touching. That's just like me getting my hair done. I used to go and have my hair twisted, spending all this money, something I could do for myself. Because see, me being lazy, I don't like to do hair. So, and I like my wraps anyway. They just told me I have to start keeping my head covered, especially when I do these. Okay, dealing in the spirits and stuff. I have to start keeping my head covered. I ain't Muslim or nothing like that because I don't believe in religion. But I'm listening to my God. Okay? But guys, this right here, what I'm trying to say is that they talking to us, and they talk to you too. You consider stuff to be coincidence. It's no such thing. But start paying attention to signs and synchronicities and all that kind of stuff. But my thing is, you can't have anybody playing in your energy. You can't have anybody touching on you. You can't go around here just sleeping with anybody, because you're dealing in energy. With my hair, I like my barber. I do. I like how she started my twist. I love it. But God took me up out of there. I didn't even understand why. She stayed booked and busy. And I'm steady trying to get in, and I can't until I learn how to do it myself. And then after I learned how to do it myself, he came back and said, she going through something. She going through too much right now. She going through a tower moment. Now that tower moment could be good or bad, but yes, she was. She was going through a bad period. Okay? A bad period. They took me out because I can't have that type of energy touching in my head. None of that. Because her in my head is leaving her energies behind, guys. It's not about us. It's about energies. The people that you keep yourself involved encased with and encircled. If you want to come up out of this in order to be on his side, to see, to see better light and to see nothing but light, even on rainy days, stormy days, you got to move away. You got to walk away. You got to walk away regardless of who, family, friends. It's going to be tough, guys, because when you walk away, that's when you see the true demons come out. And you're going to see, you're going to know. But it don't have to always be a S show. You don't have to walk away like that. You can tell them, go and explain to them, hey, this is what I got going on. This is what I'm planning on doing. I kind of want to start moving a different kind of way during this new cycle because, guys, we are starting now. I'm telling you, if you start now, it's gonna get good for you. He's gonna truly walk with you because you're starting at the right time, the beginning of the cycle. But you can't stray. You can't stray, okay? You can't. So, a year from now, I'm going to come back. I'm going to remember this. I'm going to come back and I'm going to ask how things been going for you. Now, if you tell me, this, that, come with something negative, then you didn't stay on course. That's the only way. It can't happen because if you don't come back telling me all the good things that's happened for you, you can lie all you want. I'ma already know it's because you didn't stay on course and you allowed something in your energy that wasn't supposed to be there, guys. Okay? So with all of that being said, protect your energy. You keep hearing this, you keep saying it, yet you're not doing it. And you don't even know what it all truly means. I just told you. Keep all of that gunk, that mildew, that cesspool of a material out of your energy and focus on God, guys, okay? And you will be great. And another thing I want to say, I'm going to be creating a bracelet. And I did, if you're my subscriber, we already know about all this, okay? I'm going to create a bracelet, my design, and it's only to represent who I am. You can look at it. I haven't done it yet, guys. It's still in my head, but I have the material, and I'm going to be working on it sometime soon. But this bracelet that I'm creating, guys, is something that I want to represent who I am. And as you can see, I always wear my evil eye, okay? I keep it on because I've actually seen it working, like, in real life, in action. Like, I've seen it. Like, I've seen this thing work like magic, okay? And I'm going to be creating a bracelet that's designed around the evil eye. And that bracelet, if you just so happen to buy one of my bracelets, it don't mean anything. It's not going to do anything. It's not magical. It's none of that. It's not going to make money fall out of the air. It's not going to do any of that, guys. Nothing. Nothing. It's just a bracelet that represents Auntie Oracle. And you can look down at it and you can see it and say, think of positivity, love, whatever Auntie Oracle represents. That's why I'm creating the bracelet, guys. Okay? For that reason and that reason only, it's an accessory. An accessory just for your everyday wear. Just like I wear this every day. It's a bracelet, for me to keep motivation on, me. But the evil eye is real. This is real. So, with all that being said, the crystals, that's energy. They give off energies depending on what energy you're in. If you are dealing in crystals, and you're dealing in negative energy too, those crystals don't work for you. Okay? They don't work. I see a whole lot of y'all walking around here with the thingamajigs, the crystal, not the crystal, but the stone bracelets. Like, it's gimmicky. It's gimmicky. And see, that's how I'm able to weed. He allows me to weed out in that way because it's giving trending. This is what's trending. This is what a tarot reader is supposed to look like. Do y'all see any of that? The only thing that I'm dealing in, my sage, because it's a herb of the earth. My stone, this is a real stone. The evil eye and what it symbolizes is real. Okay? It's Real. This is glass with the image that is actually a symbol of a magical entity. Okay? Y'all walking around wearing this stuff and y'all don't even know what it's about. Well, guys, them things, them stones that y'all be wearing, it's not working if you're not all the way there together. What is it hiding? You keeping them on, but you mad. Why you got them on and a mad? You don't understand. If you finna get mad, you happy right now, you wearing them. You good. Because it's to give off the crystals and stuff, the stones is to give off energies, guys. Energies. Energies from the earth. Okay? Y'all use them, running around here. You know, they called all different kinds of names. And you can name them all what you want. This the stone for the... Because I ain't going to sit here and lie and say that I don't have stones too. I have stones, guys. Stones. I got a lot of them. Look. My stones. Pretty. And when I look at them and see them, nothing but positive, good, clean. But I don't need to wear them because why am I going to wear them on me? And it might be a moment to where I get upset. Now, I'm wearing crystals and stones that heightens energies. So I'm mad and I got all these things on my arms. All these things that's supposed to be bringing me money and love. And guys, all I'm trying to say, that stuff don't work. It don't work, okay? It don't work. It's really there for a mental thing. You know, all of this is mental. So if that's what you want to put in your mental, in your, I guess, psychological file, you know, and it helps, keep doing it. Long as you keep doing it on the positive. Because like I said, I got mine, but I like them because I love, you know, I'm an earth girl. You know, I'm a Taurus. And guys, earth is my thing. I'm of the earth. I love it. And owning these, and my grandmother was too. She was a crystal girl. She loved crystal. So I kind of follow right in behind with the stones and just knowing that all of this beautiful work comes from earth. This is exciting to me, guys. So that's kind of how I use my stones in meditation, just looking at them. You know, I can't even tell you the names of all of these. I can't, because that's not really, I'm not sitting up here like, oh, money, please. No, I wait for my God. You know, he'll bring the money and all it when it's time. He'll make it happen. I don't do all them type of different rituals. It's okay, a spiritual cleanse. After I learned what a spiritual cleanse was, a spiritual bath, of course. That's just you taking a bath in a tub of flowers, of water filled with flowers of your choice, with a prayer before. Just meditate. Guys, however it comes across for you, however it helps for you, just know that the money oils, no such thing. money, water, you know, the infomercials. I'm thinking about the infomercials. It's no such thing. It's not going to bring anything. If anything, it's going to keep you broke and stop what's already in place for you if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you want money, if you want these things that you're going out there doing all these rituals for, why you just can't get on the path with God so he can give them to you that way? I don't know, guys. But I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I didn't mean for it to go so long, but it's out. I'm done. I'm finished. Finally. Now, y'all just got to wait on the upload. And it's looking like this is going to be a night show. Because all of this, whoo. So, guys, yeah. So, I'm going to leave y'all with the movies. And I find these movies, these are cartoons, guys. They are making cartoon movies, animated movies, you know, and a lot of the stuff that they give us in these movies. These cartoon movies is more for the adults than they are the kids. So, guys, few movies. We talked about how y'all need to go in, I can't even remember, but Soul is one of them, guys. That's with Jamie Foxx. Got to check out Soul. And remember, guys, watch all these movies from a spiritual view, okay? The second one is Elemental. Great movie. That speaks on the elements. Because all of this that's going on is surrounding the elements, the elemental energies, okay? And then the life of Pi. I love the life of Pi for the simple fact that's all of our story, because everything that we learn from the moment that we're born all the way to when we die, we're being taught for a purpose, because really all of us have a purpose here. It's a purpose really to serve God, okay? And regardless if you like it or not, if you want to call yourself something else than a believer, it don't matter, because as he said, all things must praise God. So you worshiping and you don't even know it. You say, like El, I just heard, like El I am. That's what I heard. You want me to tell you? Because they told me this too. When they say all things must praise, and all things will worship. All things, anything with breath, guys. And guess what? And you can't do nothing about it. Y'all finna trip out. Y'all finna be mad. And especially if you don't believe God. And if you don't believe in God, you gotta praise him anyway. Y'all finna be mad. Let me see if I have anything else to talk about before we go. Y'all want me to tell y'all how y'all praise? If y'all, even if you not a believer, in your yawn, everybody yawns. They told me that. Yawning is a praise. What do you do when you yawn? What? I'll see y'all tomorrow. That's it. I'm done, guys. I have been with y'all, but I'm glad, guys. I started at like 10 something with this, and then I did have to take a little break, which was about a 30-minute break. But guys, I'm glad, and I hope that all this, you know, I want to leave my questions. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do a post. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna open up the comments, but I'm going to follow this up with a post, guys. So if there are any questions that you have about this video, go to that post that I create regarding this video. You'll know. You'll know. But leave it in the comments there, okay, on the community post. And I'll answer then if I see that it's, you know, If it's something, if y'all want to debate it or, you know, but that's just what they gave me, guys. And I can't see how none of this can't not make sense to y'all. Okay? Well, and I'm not trying to push nothing on y'all either, guys. It's up to y'all. I just gave y'all the basics. Just know that you're magical. You are. You're magic first. We're magic first. Flame. The first thing that he gave us. Flame. Fire. Magic. It does a lot of things. Name some stuff that fire does. Cook is one, the main one, because I like to eat. What else? Heat. Heat you up, warm you up. Make things grow. Fire does a lot. And you have to think about it in all of its forms. Sun is fire, guys. The ring light I'm sitting in front of, you know, it's got some type of some type of light in it, guys. Particles. Light particles. Okay? Light goes a long way. And we need it in order to overcome this darkness. And y'all, we need it in our lives in order to overcome this darkness. Okay? All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'm done. And I got it, because this is going to be a long... Y'all going to get this probably tonight. If y'all will see it tomorrow, okay? But it's done. I'm so happy, guys. And I'll be back tomorrow. We'll get something going tomorrow, because of course I gotta say my byes before the weekend. Because I'm thinking, guys, I'm not gonna come straight back from Christmas. I'm not gonna take no break like I did on Thanksgiving. But I'm thinking I won't be back till maybe like, well, we know I don't do the weekends. And I'll be back tomorrow, though. I'm not going to be here Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'll be back Wednesday. Okay? So, I got to come back tomorrow and tell y'all that again. Okay? Because everybody ain't finna watch this program. But I hope that they do, because this is the best that I can give to y'all. The best breakdown. You know, it's long, and I'm not even all about long programs myself, guys, but I did it. I did my homework, all my notes, downloads, stuff that I was getting in the morning time. And here are all of my cards, guys, that I worked off of for y'all. That's it. Okay? So I will see y'all tomorrow, and thank you for tuning in. And if you like what you heard today, if you could do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you like it enough, could you do me a bigger favor and just subscribe, guys? It's free. Okay? All right, and I'll talk to you later.